In this video, I want to talk about why I am planning to switch from discretionary trading, which is manual trading, as a lot of retail traders are familiar with, to being a 100% systematic trader in 2026. So bots, EAs, and algos basically control 100% of my trading performance. So that will be the topic of this video. If you guys have been following this channel, you know that I am a profitable manual trader, and you may be wondering, why am I switching from manual trading if I'm already profitable? But in this video, we'll be talking about all of that, and hopefully I can convince you guys, or maybe even spark a bit of thought of switching to systematic trading, because I believe it may be a solid approach to a lot of traders. So hopefully this video can persuade you as well to take into consideration the idea of being a systematic trader. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So before I start, just in case you're 100% new to this channel, I'll give just a brief 30-second introduction of myself. So I have been trading for 1 year and 10 months, and I have shared this journey from the beginning. So you guys can head to my website here, which is denilio.com, and head to the journey section of my website, and here you can see 2024, 2025, 2026, which is essentially just me journaling every single step of my journey from March 5th, 2024, when I just began trading, to now in 2026. So that's my website right there. So in this 1 year and 10 months that I have been trading, I have fallen into the very rare category that I'm coming to realize of being a profitable trader. Not many traders are actually profitable, and by profitable I mean consistent returns, and you're making more money from trading than you're losing, right? And in 2025, which is my first full year of trading, so I started trading in 2024, but it was March, so it was not a full year. So in 2025, last year, was my first full year of trading, and I had a 36.18% return across two prop firm accounts that I was trading. And if I head to my Google Sheets here in 2025, here you can see that from January to December, I had a total, if you look in the bottom right here, of 36.18%. So that was my 2025 return, my first full year as a trader. And I have passed FTMO challenges. I've gotten multiple payouts from FX2, which is a platform that I no longer trade. I've been funded with FTMO. I've received my first payout from FTMO recently. And if I head to my FTMO dashboard here, you can see reward available in 1 day. So today I'll be claiming my second payout with FTMO, which would be $150 payout after profit split. So trading has been going good for me, right? And I have done all of this using discretionary trading. So no algorithms, 100% manual executions. All of my prop firm certificates, my payouts, past challenges, it's 100% manual, me clicking and trading. So if I am clearly a profitable trader, and in the 5% of traders who actually make money from trading, why am I planning to essentially change this approach that is working for me? Like, this may be a question you're asking yourself. Like, not many traders are able to achieve this right here, 36% return, getting payouts, being funded. So why am I changing my approach? Why don't I just continue doing what I'm doing and just continue making money using the exact same approach? And the reason for that is this question right here, which is a question that has been on my mind since December of 2025, and in January I seriously tackled it. And this question was, can I make the same returns algo trading that I can make with manual trading? That was the question that I asked myself, and this was the question that led me to actually decide to go down the path of algo trading. Can I make the same returns algo trading that I can make with manual trading? This was the question. So after doing some research, as I always do, I don't just jump into anything. So after doing some research on algo trading and seeing verified track records of retail algo traders, I realized the answer was yes. So if I show you a few Darwins, and if you don't know what Darwin is, it's essentially a way to publicly verify your track record, right? So I look at a few algo traders. So this guy right here is an algo trader. He has an 83% return, and this is over a 3-year time span, and he has been averaging about 20% a year over these 3 years. This is another algo trader here, 49% in 3 years as well. He's been averaging probably about 16% a year. Another algo trader here, which I know on YouTube, 16%, 8%. Another algo trader here, 26% last year. So I have essentially done my research, and I've seen that regular retail algo traders, just retail traders like myself, are consistently making money from the markets, right? And public track records like these, you don't see this a lot from discretionary traders. And this is something that I realized while doing my research, right? Like, think about it. How many discretionary traders, like traders who do manual execution, who manually trade, do you know that has a long-term public track record, who has something like this 3 years worth of track record or 4 years worth of track record? In discretionary trading, I personally don't see that a lot. I only see a tiny handful. But when I was doing my research for algo traders with public verifiable track records, I found a lot, right? These are just a few that I found for this video, but there's a lot, right? There's one discretionary trader. His name is Sarah Trades. You guys probably know him on Twitter, and this is his Darwin right here. You can see that last year he netted a 43% return, which is actually insane, right? So he netted a 43% return last year, and he's like one of the 5 discretionary traders that I know who actually have a track record, who I know for a fact are profitable. There really isn't a lot. So that's something to consider if you're a discretionary trader. Like, ask yourself, why almost no retail manual traders, why don't they have any track record? That is just something, right, for you to ponder on a bit. So after doing my research, I found the answer to this question. Can I make the same returns algo trading that I can make manual trading? The research confirmed this with a resounding yes. And that's really all I needed. So once I realized that I can make the same returns algo trading that I can make manual trading, it now became a question like this. If I can make the same returns while not experiencing the psychological pain of sitting in front of my computer 5 days for the week and losing 4, without having to worry about monitoring positions every day, why would I not choose this? If you're a manual trader, you know this. You are trading 5 days out of the week and you have 4 losing days. That is not fun. It is not enjoyable. It's one of the worst feelings, and I absolutely hate it. And if you trade manually, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? I don't really have to worry about monitoring positions every day. So I have a day trading strategy and a swing trading strategy. For my swing trading strategy, I have to be constantly monitoring my positions. For example, I have a position right now open on goal on my 100k challenge. If I go to the account metrics here, you can see that my 100k challenge is up 6k at the moment, right? And I'm in a goal trade that's currently up $1,500. I have to constantly monitor this position right here, trailing my stop, setting price alerts, and all of that stuff, right? But with algo trading, that is not really the case, right? You create your algos and you just let it trade. So if I can make the same returns without having to monitor this and be looking at the charts and all of that stuff every day, why would I not choose this option? So that's what the question became. And then I really got into like the details of it, and I just made something here which is kind of like my thoughts. So first of all, I mentioned this, like you're not experiencing the pain of sitting down in front of your computer and just losing. From a psychological perspective, it's very difficult, and this is why most retail traders overtrade, revenge trade, FOMO, and all of that. And you don't have to monitor positions every day, right? So that's kind of like the benefit of algo trading, but it's not all rainbow and sunshine, right? It is a journey. So similar to my journey here in discretionary trading, from blowing accounts, getting a serious reality check in 2024, to now getting first payouts, passing challenges, purchasing 100k accounts and all of that stuff. I understand that algo trading is a journey similar to that, right? So I'm not delusional, I'm not over optimistic and believing that algo trading is the holy grail, right? So I just want to make that clear, because first of all, since getting into algo trading, and I have been learning algo trading for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, first of all, I realized that it's expensive to start, so that's a con. So to start with algo trading, you're either going to need good data, which can get really expensive, or you're going to need a software to build systems, which is the route that I took. So I'm using the software called Strategy Quant X right here. This is what I'm using to build and develop my trading strategies, and it's really expensive, right? So it is really expensive to start with algo trading. The next thing is the monthly VPS costs, right? So this is another cost that you have to worry about to trade EAs and all that stuff. You're going to need a VPS. It's much more difficult to learn, without a doubt. Algo trading is a lot more difficult to learn. The learning curve is much higher. You run major risk of overfitting, etc. So essentially, I'm just making the point here that I believe that algo trading for me will provide more benefits, but it's not all rainbow and sunshines, right? Algo trading is not the holy grail, the true escape from all the struggles and issues with trading, right? It has its own set of problems as well, right? But overall, based on my personal preferences, the lifestyle of becoming a profitable algo trader is better suited for me than the lifestyle of a profitable discretionary trader. So that's what really comes down to, and I show this here. So if you're a profitable algo trader, right, this is essentially your lifestyle, which I expect the case to be once I become a profitable algo trader, right? I will focus mostly on building a robust portfolio. So based on literally all of the algo traders that I know, none of them focus on one strategy. They focus on using multiple average uncorrelated strategy to build a robust portfolio. So as an algo trader, that's kind of what you're doing. Time is spent mostly on back-end stuff. So this is like building strategies, retesting, optimization, and basically analyzing all of that data and stuff. So you're not on the charts doing any of that stuff, right? You're really just in the back end doing a lot of coding, research, and all of that stuff, which is something that I believe that I would want to do in the future, and I would not mind. Maybe for you that's not the case. Maybe you hate all of that data stuff and engineering stuff, and you really just want to get on the chart, click buy and sell and whatever, maybe you genuinely enjoy that more. So if that's the case, this lifestyle is not for you. For a profitable discretionary trader, which is what I am now, really your focus is on mastering one strategy. So most profitable discretionary traders that I know, which is very few by the way, I only know a handful of profitable discretionary trader, and one of them is Sora Trades right here. As I said, 43% on Darwin X is crazy in a year. They really focus on mastering one strategy, especially like myself, right? Because as a manual trader, you don't really have the advantage of like an algorithm or a trading bot where you can just trade multiple strategies. Like that would just be overwhelming for you as a discretionary trader. So your focus is on mastering one strategy and focusing on that one strategy really well. And you have to do a lot of manual data analysis, like a lot, and this is seriously time consuming. So for example, I have this trend following strategy right here that I have manually back tested and done a lot of data analysis. And if I just zoom in right here, you can see that the trading periods here is 22 years, and the total trades taken is 1277. So this is a manual backtest that I did on a trend following strategy. It's decent. The annualized return is 21%, and this is risking 1% per trade with a maximum drawdown of 14%. So that's a pretty good strategy. But you can see that I had to manually record all of this data here. This is over 1200 lines of spreadsheet data that I had to manually enter. So that's one of the things with a discretionary trader. You have to do a lot of manual data analysis. So maybe you enjoy doing this, right? But me personally, I hate this side of discretionary trading, having to manually do so much things, right? And then lastly, which is the most important, is the high psychological pressure that comes with manual trading. And I don't even think I need to explain this. If you are a manual trader, you know exactly what I'm talking about. From a psychological perspective, it is insanely difficult. Dealing with losses is so hard, right? It is so easy to revenge trade, to overtrade, and all of that stuff, even if you know your strategy. Like just dealing with losses, being content with having a losing week or a losing month from a psychological perspective is just so difficult, right? I'm not saying that algo trading there's no psychological pressure, but I'm pretty sure that it's a lot less than manual trading. So this is essentially the lifestyle of a profitable discretionary trader. Nothing is wrong with this. Maybe you enjoy doing this stuff right here, right? So the important thing to note about these lifestyles is that both lifestyles are different, both approaches to the markets are different, but the returns are the same. And this is key. I should highlight this right here. The returns are the same. And this is the only reason why I'm really planning to switch to algo trading, because I can make the same amount of money that I'm making currently discretionary trading and having to deal with all of the psychological pressure and the manual research and all of that stuff. I can make the same amount of returns while essentially not experiencing a lot of the cons of manual trading. So if it was a situation where from being a discretionary trader, I could just make absolutely crazy returns on 40%, 50%, 60% a year on a risk adjusted basis, which is important. I trade prop firms, so it is not just about returns and prop firms. You have to really manage your drawdowns. So if it was a situation where I could make 50%, 60% a year and not really experience 10%, 15% drawdowns with discretionary trading, I would not move to algo trading. But the reality is I make essentially the same amount from discretionary trading that I do with algo trading. So that is really one of the main reasons out of all of this why I'm planning to switch, right? And lastly, I want to mention, as of the past few days, I have been learning algo trading. My journey so far has been relatively smooth, and this is largely because I have a mentor. So shout out to my mentor. I'm pretty sure that if I was on this algo trading journey myself, I would have been absolutely stressed out. But my learning journey so far has been so smooth, and I'm really grateful for my mentor there. So I'm optimistic about this change, and will be sharing everything on here, which is on YouTube, so you guys will see me make this transition into a systematic trader. And if I continue, which I believe I will, you will see me be a profitable systematic trader, just like how you saw me be a profitable discretionary trader from start to finish. And I'll be sharing this on my channel and also on my website here. For 2026, I've not written any journals yet or anything. I have two that I need to write, but yeah, I'll be sharing everything publicly, so you guys will be seeing this transition and seeing this growth. I will still be trading manually, as this is how I am currently making an income from trading, right? So currently I'm in my funded 10k account with FTMO right here, and as mentioned, I have a payout that I have to request that I will be requesting tomorrow, $150 payout, and that is currently my source of income. So I will still be manually trading this account, requesting payouts and all of that stuff. I have my 100k account here, but this is in the challenge phase. For this, I will still be doing discretionary trading. So I'm not completely ditching manual trading at the moment, because my income from trading is what has been currently funding my algo journey, because it has been expensive. It has been really expensive. So my payouts from trading is really what has been funding this journey. I may even still continue. Actually, I will still continue to trade manually, because I genuinely love manual trading, right? So after I become a profitable algo trader, I will continue to trade manually, because I love trading manually. I enjoy trading when I'm not losing every day, of course, because we all know that's when we hate trading. You know, those losing streaks, those bad weeks, those bad months, but they're inevitable. But I love manual trading, and I will still continue to manually trade. At the moment, algo trading just seems more optimal for me, right? So algo trading, as it relates to the lifestyle, I just think it's just a lot more optimal for me, and which is why I'm planning to transition into algo trading in 2026. So that's really the video here. I don't know if I have convinced or persuaded you guys to even just slightly consider algo trading. It is something, if you like data analysis and all of that stuff, it is something that I think more retail traders should actually consider. But obviously, it all comes down to preferences and what you like. Because if you don't like it, you're going to probably give up at some point in your journey. You're probably, when it gets difficult, which it will, you will give up and say, oh, this is too hard. But if you genuinely do it, you like the idea of the lifestyle here and the outcome, then you know it's worth taking a shot, right? The track records are also here, right? We have a lot of profitable algorithmic traders, as I've shown you guys. I've done the research, so it is definitely possible to be a profitable retail algo trader. So yeah, with that being said, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy this. Peace and trade safe.